What is up, everybody? I'm Courtney.
I'm Sean.
And we are
on the other side.
Yeah. It's been a while. Oh, look who's the first person in here. Yeah, it's too cold for a cookout.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
We cooked out all weekend in the cold.
It was cold. It was cold. Sean over here on his phone.
I'm not on my phone.
Bedford Paranormal, how you been? How you been? How you been? Yep, Cody, we live, baby. I don't do it as
we cool. Live, baby. We is live.
Ronnie, you're probably in shorts and Crocs.
Got them legs out.
Daryl Paulette.
Ronnie, what's up, brother Daryl?
Here to Clover Hill Village in the Appomattox County Jail.
We got lost.
Another part of Bedford.
Bedford in the house? Yes. Welcome.
Lost Souls PI. Emily.
Emily. Is that Emily?
That's Emily.
Or is that Chris?
No, that's Emily. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, Emily.
Emily tried to come in discreetly.
Emily, yeah, you notice she came in as Lost Souls. She knew it. She knew it was coming.
Guys, we actually hung out with Lost Souls all weekend long, from Friday to Sunday.
Emily, you thought you was going to sneak in here as Lost Souls? Emily was marching along.
Oh, it's a new song.
Emily was singing that rebel song. Emily held that rifle high, making those Yankees unalive. Oh, Emily. Oh, Emily. Oh, Emily. Emily. Hey, oh, Emily.
What was the song she was singing at the campfire? Something about somebody's foot.
You know, I totally just made that up just now.
What was it? Old man Tucker didn't get no supper.
Listen, Emily, I wanted so bad to just clown you and fry the hell out of you on here tonight. I did. I really did. I wanted to just
That was a good song.
That was. I literally just made that up off the top of my head. I don't know how I did that. I guess my songwriter is still in me. But listen, Emily, I cannot clown you tonight. What I will say about you tonight is that I am extremely proud of you. You got completely out of your element this weekend. You stepped out into a world that is completely different than what you're used to. And you got on a battlefield. Emily is a female. She dressed up as a male reenactor. And she got on the battlefield and she literally fired rifles, fell in formation. Hey, Andrea, one of the best female singers I ever met in my life. She's incredibly talented. Thank you for tuning in. But Emily stepped out into a world that really she had no idea what she was doing. Picked up a rifle. And Ronnie, what's up, brother?
Yeah, we got to see Ronnie and Shayla from Middletown, too.
But I can't praise Emily enough. She literally got out there with us guys on the back and fell in formation and kicked ass. Like, I can't even clown her tonight. Day one, she was an ice angel, which is the ladies who dress up and follow the troops along. And whenever we go down, she offers us ice to make sure we're not overheated, make sure that we didn't fall because we were hurt. We fell because it was our time to down as a reenactor. And then day two, she decided to be a soldier and she carried that heavy ass rifle around. Emily's not a very big person, y'all. So to carry one of our muskets around and then fire the musket, and she did a hell of a job. So I will praise you. Now I got to fry you a little bit. Emily, you look like Lizzie Borden in that dress, though. Emily, you look just like Lizzie Borden. Hey, can we get a picture of Emily in the dress up here? She looked like Lizzie Borden.
I actually do have a picture of Emily in the dress.
Emily!
Let me find it, guys. Let me find it.
I was scared to go. Emily's tent was like right across from mine. I was scared to go to sleep. I was scared I was going to get 40 whacks.
Oh my
Courtney,
God.
we got to pull.
Hold on, I'm finding it. I'm finding it. I'm finding it. This was.
So, Emily, you knew I won't go be completely nice. I'm proud of you, but you look like Lizzie Borden in that dress. So Courtney's looking for it.
Yep. Wait. Here, I think it's in this. I think it's in these ones.
Hold on, y'all. I can't see nothing right now. Courtney's looking for the picture of Emily in the dress. Oh man.
It doesn't like.
You might have to go to Emily's page. It's on here somewhere.
Hold on. I took a lot of photos, y'all. There's like a half of one. Wait.
Is that it? No.
Nope. It's coming soon.
Is that her? Yeah, that's her.
That's her. That's the backside of her. Hold on,
y'all. We're trying to find a picture of Emily in the dress.
Uh-oh.
You got to get one face in the camera.
It's coming. Oh man, I'm just going in circles here.
Just go to her page.
Yeah, I might just have to go to my inbox. I think I sent it to Emily. So if that's the case, I will pull it up. No, I didn't
just go to her Facebook page.
It's not on there. It's not the one I took.
We don't need the one she took. We just need to see her. There you go.
Well, she done post right there. You want me to pull that one up?
Just show that one. There you go.
All right.
Courtney making this really complicated.
Because I took a really good picture, Emily. All right, screen share.
She's going to carry that. I'm not a legend, Andrea, at all. You're the legend.
All right, can you guys see it?
Look at Emily, Lizzie Borden.
Hey, Lois. I think Emily and Chris look sharp.
They look good, but Emily looks just like Lizzie Borden.
Yeah, Ronnie took some amazing photos this weekend too.
Ronnie did.
You know, he got a new camera. He went out there, was not even scared, just took every picture possible. Like, I loved it. His night shot of the artillery fire, phenomenal. Chef's kiss.
I'm actually glad Ronnie came to the camps this time because, I was pissed off Ronnie didn't make it last year because somebody wanted to play police officer and not let him through.
Yeah.
But I'm glad Ronnie and Shayla made it through last year.
Yes, I'm so glad. But
we got somebody.
Without further ado, guys. Let me get off of this page here. John Sullivan, Fredericksburg Paranormal in the house. We're going to see you in a couple weeks, sir.
Yeah.
Couple weeks. You got to check out my new TikTok I just made. I'm headed to that area. But without further ado, we live,
baby.
Dr. Ed, the Hitman Odell.
Wait, since Howie's in here, I got to change my hat.
Oh, Sean's got a whole outfit change for this. Lord have mercy.
Howie's in here with the hat. Howie, this is for you. And we were doing a Civil War this weekend, so I got my Hardy hat right here.
I like it.
It's in the side that I fought on, but
He was determined to get a hat as large as yours.
Yeah.
I got another one I can bring about that hot, isn't it?
I'm gonna keep it for a little while.
All right. Yep. 2 weeks.
I even brought my pipe in here. Look at that.
Ron Wood, Booze Paranormal.
I saw that.
We'll see you in about a month. Daryl Collette says hello.
What's up, brother?
Yes. But after we roasted Emily, after we talked about our weekend, guys, and for those that don't know, I
did give Emily a good compliment, though.
Yes. We were at the 161st anniversary of the Battle of Cedar Creek this past weekend. Absolutely phenomenal. If you guys have not seen the photos on my Facebook, you are missing out. I did battle photos and dress parade from day 1, day 2. I did, a staff collage. I did some cannon fire. Definitely worth checking out. We had an absolute blast. We ate good. We drank good. We smoked tobacco good. Well, I didn't smoke tobacco, but this man right here did.
All weekend long.
All weekend long. So
I had this in my mouth all weekend.
Mama D in the house.
Hey, Mom.
But we have a lot of interesting topics. I think I'm going to let Howie open the floor tonight.
Oh,
It's been too long, Howie.
It's been a while.
Oh, wait. Oh, don't you even go that. Wait, are you trying to push me into what we talked about earlier? Is that the direction you want me to go, really?
I'm going to light my pipe and listen.
Do it. Do it.
I don't, that you wanted to go.
I don't know why I'm obsessed with this tripod right here.
There's a lot of good subjects that are running around right now. One of them is fear mongering. We know that.
Fear mongering.
A lot of it going on.
A lot of it, and it's not just in regular day-to-day life. It's in the paranormal. We're seeing it. It's in the spiritual. We're seeing it. So yeah, there is a lot of mongering going on. There's a lot
Leah
of.
with the big hand. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. What's up, Leah? There's a lot of directions we could go because there's so much that is going on. And I don't want to focus on negative. We're always, how the paranormal is always heading at the negative and stuff. And everybody knows I can be a slightly negative person because I have an opinion. Oh, no. But no giggle. Okay. But
hey, I'm following you.
However, there are a few things that need to be talked about just to throw it out there. Start the conversation. Good. And then maybe we can roll into some conspiracy theories and thoughts that, we had talked about doing and maybe talk about some of the illusions of the paranormal. That's an interesting term.
Great to me.
Yeah, it's interesting though, isn't it? Illusions of the paranormal. It's an interesting term. If you think about it, it's a hypocrisy of the flip.
That all sounds great.
Yeah. Courtney, you okay over there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm listening.
Oh, you're scanning. I know what you're doing.
Yeah. You already know.
Yeah. I do. Delusions.
Why wants more clarification on delusions?
You know what? I can add delusions and illusions. It's a good point, Ronnie. There is a lot of delusion in the paranormal societies right now, in the community itself. There's also a lot of illusions. Delusion and illusion. Boy, that's just goes good right there. First thing I want to say, man, y'all add any more names to it, my name's going to be a sentence long.
We are infamous for nicknaming people. So eventually you're probably going to be like Dr. Howie Ed Odell, Winifred the 99th or something.
Right.
Winston. Yeah, Winston. Winston is phenomenal. So true story, this past weekend, Emily could not go out as Emily because Emily was a male reenactor. So Emily was Elmer. What was her name? Elmer?
I don't even
Emilio.
like 20 names.
Elmer, Emilio. Emily, get in the comments. It was Elmer, Emilio, two other names, Warner the third. So yeah, I just remember Elmer. And she was singing "Old Man Tucker" with some really old drunk man around the campfire. Emerson, here we go. She remembers it. Emerson, Elmer, Emilio, Warner Jr. She wasn't even a second. We just gave her a junior.
Where did the junior?
I don't know. We be making shit up.
Way to go.
I want to start because we left off last time talking about government conspiracies and conspiracies. Hey, Doug. Happy Tuesday.
What's up, Doug?
Yep. Triple E for short. There's a lot of really weird conspiracies that lead us down the rabbit hole at 3 a.m. One of the things that we've touched on quite a bit is a rabbit hole I went down recently is, and I continue to go down it. Why I keep beating myself up with it, I don't know, is this fake sun. And they actually just, a whistleblower just dropped actual blueprint plans for a makeshift sun. And like, it's almost like a projected ball, so to speak, that's placed into the sky. And it gets me every time, because this is how the video started out that started it. The guy said, do you notice that now when we step outside into the sun, we don't feel as refreshed and rejuvenated as we used to? And I was like, do tell. Let me keep watching. So I keep watching. A little bit down the line, I'm going, oh my God, it's true. How many times, like back in the day, did we used to walk outside and just take a deep breath and we're like, the sunshine feels so good on my skin. I feel great. I feel refreshed.
I've never felt that way walking into the sun.
Stuff. Well, this is stuff our complexion does.
I was about to say.
And you just walk outside and you're just like, oh, what a beautiful, bright, sunny day. This is great. You could be in a shitty mood when you leave the house, but that weather's just right. It's sunny. It's 75. And now you don't feel that. Like, you could almost feel the sun penetrating your skin. And now it doesn't feel that way.
Feels hot.
Then I'm about to hit you. I'm about to hit you with, but I'm about to hit you with a plot twist on it. How come, what was it? I'm going to say it wrong, so I want to make sure I say it right. Remember when I was talking to you about the temperature the other day in the sun?
I don't have no clue what you're talking about.
Oh my God, I'm going to go. Right. So it was, I just blinked when I read Doug's comment. It was like, it was something about, I don't know. I lost my complete train of thought. You're smoking a pipe. You're distracting me. Doug's talking about, it'll come to me. Y'all go ahead.
Here we go. We're 2019, 2018 to now. We've been fed so much crap. That's leading us in so many directions that we, again, forget to use our common sense and science. Humanity based on barometric pressure, based on the height of where you're at. I mean, these things take effect. They affect us every day. That's why they tell you, drink a lot of water. We're not paying attention to that. There's a reason why we need to drink a lot of water, because we're not paying attention to it. When it comes to atmospheric issues and pollution, just coming from scientific speaking, it would feel that way. It would feel like maybe we're being more drained, or we don't have that energy. Now, I have felt that way. I have felt that way myself, so I'm not going to be a hypocrite and go, that's not it. However, I do have to apply the science to it. I cannot sit and go, oh, that's all it is. No, it's not. Science does play into it. Earth science, and I go back to, here we go again, same thing I talk about in the damn paranormal. Why did we forget earth science? Have we lost 8th grade? Have we lost 10th grade? Everything, a lot of things that we know already, or we're trying to ask questions, we already learned in science class, but why is it we have forgotten all of it? Well, right now,
it's not that we forgot. It's because science is boring. People don't want to hear science.
Some people are like that. But on the other point is we're bored. We're bored. We're also lazy. All right. That's another word that we should all be. We are all lazy. If we just hey, Mart, if we just look at the bigger picture, there's a lot of common sense, and we've been led to feel a certain way in the last 5 years. Sorry, but that's the case. We have been led to feel, just like we don't know the real past because what we taught is wrong, so we're relearning. Well, it's kind of the same thing right now. We've been led down to believe such crap now that it's been in our head, and we're like, oh, the aliens, and I know. But the reptilians are coming, and and the Earth is melting, and there's an inner core to the Earth. And man, does it matter? Does it really? Does it really matter? Think about it. And I'm going to point something. I'm going to say something, and some people are going to go like, "Oh, well, too bad. It's how I am." And I say it. What's the difference if our God is man or alien or celestial alien? It's still our creator. And that's what a lot of people forget. They're freaking out about all this, but they forget all is one creator. So who cares? So that's why a lot of people are freaking out too. You know, it's basic society is based on fear right now because that, again, what did I say in the beginning? It's fear hungry. And I think that's a lot of what's taking place with the weather. They want you to think that way. They want you to feel that way. They want you to see that way. It's the same thing with the sun. You can go to Dr. Tabitha on YouTube. She's amazing. She explains everything to you, and she keeps you up to date every 6 weeks, or even every month. She actually just put one out a couple of days ago of what's happening with the sun. This is what I was trying to tell a lot of our paranormal brothers and sisters out there. Watch that. Watch my wall, or go to YouTube and look her up. Watch when the solar flares take place and what's happening just after that, because that's when it's going to hit us. It's earth science again. Science.
Yeah. People, I think in the paranormal world, people don't want to hear the word science because it takes away from where's the ghost. You know, you take the ghost away and add the word science, then, you know, it frightens a lot of people. It's the truth.
Ronnie is trying to open a door, you guys. You know that, right? He's trying to open that door. Dude, if we go down that rabbit hole, Lord forbid what's going to happen. Hey, Rhonda.
You have the floor, sir.
Hey, Rhonda.
Hey, Rhonda.
That's probably not a subject we want to go down. That can be dangerous, actually. But he's got a good point. He doesn't feel like we've gone to the moon, or we haven't. Here's the interesting part. Did you know that only in this past year has a specific astrological individual in our government, this is the best way I'm saying it like this, has openly said we're ready to go to the moon for the first time? Look, we're getting ready to communicate for the first time off the moon. Huh? Now, yeah, let's roll. Let's go on it. Then also, let's go back and talk about, John Glenn, Buzz Aldrin. Let's talk about all of them. Why is it there's documentation of now, but before John passed away, of them saying they didn't go to the moon, they went to fucking Mars. They bypassed the moon. Sorry about the F word. And pow. And why is there documentation of other astronauts confirming what they said about us going to Mars? Why haven't we been to the moon? It wasn't needed for us to go. Did we go? Yes, we have, but not that crew. I think we have, and the audio was not of that time. They used that audio that was probably pre-recorded. So I'm going to say that. Maybe it was pre-recorded and it was staged. I'm starting to believe we didn't go to the moon altogether. I'm starting to believe we are way more advanced than they want us to believe, because that keeps us stupid. That keeps us under control. If we'd have the knowledge and understand of what they're really doing, I think they think that they're going to lose control and society can't handle it, which is a crock of shit. If you think about it, if the aliens were going to come here and do anything, they would have done it thousands of years ago when we couldn't fight back. So
we still can't fight back. We can't fight lasers with bullets.
Can't fight nukes with lasers, can you?
How do you know they have lasers?
I'm just saying.
We've got a couple of actual documentation of test flights of a nuclear weapon being launched for test, and an object from nowhere comes out of somewhere and zaps it 3 times, and it goes fully, and the warhead disarms.
That's a good question.
There's also documentation of missile silos being deactivated by some kind of object outside of that silo.
Courtney just asked me, how do I know that aliens have lasers? I was metaphorically kind of speaking. I was saying, bullets is like one of the oldest things that they had around to fight with. That's like their step up from technology. So what bullets came around about the 1600s or so. So you got to think, what are we going to fight with? Alien technology. They had spaceships drawn in the temples. They had spaceships drawn in the pyramids. So if aliens were flying back in that time, and we were just coming up with bullets in the 1600s, can you imagine the technology aliens had to fight with? And we're still using bullets to this day.
True.
We're cooked.
I'm going to go like this too. If we are just getting into laser technology now, and they have the technology of this spacecraft that can supposedly go thousands of miles, millions of miles in seconds, then I'm sure if they should have some form of laser weaponry or something else, plasma, something else that way outdates artillery. I'm just thinking that way. But a valid point, Court. Why lasers?
I just feel like Hollywood has been telling us for a really long time, hidden truths.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, since the beginning of time, aliens have been beaming down and things like that. So I'm just curious.
Yeah. No, it's a valid point. It's valid. Now, you just said something, and Ronnie's looking over, and I'm looking at what he's saying. I'm like, okay, damn it, you guys, you're getting crosshaired now. Hey, Michelle. The government is more advanced. Yes. It's just now. See, here's where it comes in. A lot of people are going to say, "How do you have proof?" You don't want me to go get the proof. Because it's about a box that's it's in a box that's about 2 foot by 2 foot by 3 foot. And I've
sorry, y'all heard my dog's making a bunch of noise.
That's all going on. And sorry about that. Anytime I think about my pop, I get teary-eyed. The man did things that most men would want just one thing to be able to do. If I could make a movie about my father, it would be amazing. Anyway, let me go back to this. I have proof. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I have proof that a lot of things that they've said, Mount Destiny is true. Mount Rush is true. Is there a base in Anchorage? Yes, it's true. Is there an underground facility outside of Anchorage? Yes, it's true. Is there a base in Utah? Yes, it's true. Is there bases in New Mexico? Yes, it's true. I have the original picture of the Enola Gay in her hangar. I have that picture. So
now, I'm going to stop you right there, Howie. Explain what the Enola Gay is, because a lot of people don't know what that machine is or what it did.
Wow. Yeah, then I'll jump over to what Ronnie said. The Enola Gay was a B-29 bomber that launched off Tangier Island with 2 nuclear weapons, dropping over top of Japan to end World War II or to push it to its end. It killed millions of people with these 2 devices. And yet we're at a threat to annihilating human society with this very weapon. So that B-29 had specific things, specific radar. It had to have secret clearance. There was intelligence material on it. All that was my father's responsibility. Once it left Texas, it got to Tangier Island. Once it left Tangier, it was in the flight crew of the OSI team. And then my father flew back to Anchorage, Alaska. And then went back to the Aleutian Islands. Now, somebody also in the past has asked me, do I know that there's a base that's in a mountain that's near Alaska? Yes, I do know. And I know for a fact it was there. I also know that the hangars have been there since mid-World War II. They were hiding B-24s and B-25s to make their bombing runs. One of our ideas was to launch an offensive from Aleutian Islands to the Japanese. But the Japanese attacked us first, so we had to change up. So I'm not going to talk about that particular mountain, but the mountain that's behind it, which is Mount Destiny, that has a lot of activity. There's supposedly something in that area. And I will confirm that there is something in that area. So are we advanced? Yeah. Is the military way more advanced? Yeah, way more advanced. Anywhere 40 to 50 years ahead of just a lot of what we get now. Get this. This is the part I love. It either comes from the military or guess where? It comes from the paranormal. Your cell phones, it's a paranormal piece of equipment. Lights, paranormal equipment. The telephone you used to use, paranormal piece of equipment. This right here, paranormal piece of equipment. Just the basics, how it was all tested. It all came from Bell. It all came from Tesla. It came from those guys. So
Edison.
That's Oh, absolutely, Edison. I try not to go there because I personally don't like him. I think he was a douche.
I don't. Yeah, he was basically competition.
Well, he did make a huge contribution, even though he used it from other people's research and studies. Okay, but Ronnie's right. We are more advanced that we think. Area 51 knows all the secrets. That's not the only place, Ronnie, and a lot of you already know this too. Area 51, that's just a primary testing location for skunk works. That is not what you think it is. We have other places like Wright-Patterson, Elijah Air Force Base, bases in Utah that are way more in depth on high intelligent activity. Ooh, I like the way I said that, comparatively to what most people do.
We got one right here in Virginia, about 30 minutes away from us. But I want to shout out Ryan Jones.
Freaking awesome
paranormal Rift Nation,
and he just had a birthday.
ASPS. He's 1 year younger. He's a time traveler. He's 1 year younger.
I'm speaking of time traveling.
But yeah, there's a base. There's an Air Force base right here, about 35, 40 minutes from our house.
The one in the mountain.
The one that's right in the mountain. When I was a kid, used to be able to sneak up to it. I think it was like not active since the 50s. Now all of a sudden, try to get up there now. Try to get up there now and see what happens to you.
Not going to happen. Now, also, I'm going to add to that with you guys. Also, about 40 minutes away from y'all is where the active Stargate crew is. Stargate is still active. It's on a civilian side, but it's still active, and it's in the mountains. And you can sign up to be a part of it. Right down just about 40 minutes from you guys. Now, something else I'm going to share with you guys real quick, if I may, that I shared with Chris. And Chris is like, no way. And I'm like, wait, dude, y'all have no idea where you were. So when you guys, okay, I'm probably going to get in a little trouble for this, but that's okay. I'll either get shut down or I get smacked or I won't get a job. Truth be told. Where y'all were when you went to Graffiti House? Do you know where that name of that location is?
Brandy Station.
Yes.
Culpeper.
Yep. There you go. Okay. Now, do y'all know what you were about 15, 20 minutes away from?
Battlefield.
If you take that road and crossed over the railroad tracks where the older buildings were, and that one building that's off to the left that's being refurbished, they're beautiful buildings, but they're really old and classic. And if you go down that road first, Okay, well, if you go down that way, first you're going to run into a motorcycle club building on your left. But then you go down 15 minutes. Right before you get to Route 17, there is an OSI NSA listening base. Do you know that?
I did not know that.
It is right there, and it's combined services, both Air Force, Army, and Navy. I want to say, if I remember correctly, but I'm going to use the word OSI so I don't get in trouble. So yeah, y'all were that close. Virginia is a militarized state. There's so much secret shit here. It's not even funny. And that's just one place.
Do you think that they've got the hidden mountains here in Virginia too?
I know they do. There's 2 of them. There's one that everybody already knows because they put it out there. They already talked about it. It's where the president would have gone if there was an attack. And it's not the vacation home that they think it is. So they say it is. It's the other base. 2, there's a secondary base that's trained for the Cold War, also used in psych combat in the mountains. It's a 1950 style town. And in that town,
inside the mountain or around it?
No, it's around the mountain. It's not inside. It's around. You can't get to it. This is like as tight as Area 51. And it's crazy. And you're like, no way. Yeah, it's there. It is there. It's near a gas station. But that's another thing. That's a training ground for psych ops. And people are like, there's no such thing. Oh, hell yes, there is. Yes, there is. What did Ronnie say?
There's a missile silo on Candler's Mountain here in Lynchburg.
Roger that. We got a missile silo about 15 minutes away from us in West Virginia. Yes, sir. The mountain range of Shenandoah has several missile silos, and they don't talk about it. That's not one of those open things, but we all know it's hard. It's not hard to miss them.
Well, there's a lot of stuff here in Virginia that's hidden within the mountains. Even I can tell you during my time of service, things that we've had going on here that the public never knew about. Now, obviously, I can't speak on it here, but during my time of service, we did all kind of stuff here in the mountains, and you'd be shocked to know about the stuff going on here. There's a lot going on here. A lot.
Well, speaking of going down the rabbit holes or whatever at 3 a.m., one of the ones that I actually have gone down also recently is abandoned towns in Virginia. So I had been researching Union Level for about a week now. That town literally up and left. I'm talking furniture, bed still made, clothes and dressers, plates still on the table. Why? Why? What caused that?
I don't even know.
We didn't have a nuclear fallout out here that I know of. You know what I'm saying? That would be something I would expect to see in a nuclear fallout zone. But here, why?
Was it? I know it's about 15 or 20 minutes away from the Western Front Hotel or Eastern Front Hotel. I'm sorry, down that way. So I don't know. I know that people use the 4x4s and their 4-wheelers and go up to it. That much I do know, but what happened to it? Not a clue. And the people in that town won't talk about it.
They won't. There's a few that are still there, but even the storefront, Sean, still have their goods in the store. It just everybody up and left. And it wasn't a very old. It's not something that was abandoned in the early 1900s. This is the 90s, 80s or 90s or something. But someone
Ronnie's got
in the middle of the night.
This is a good example. I will follow through on this one. Over at Richmond International Airport, there's another complete airport that's about 20 minutes away from it. It's in the far eastern part of Henrico County. They created a complete airport, faked with everything, with lights and everything for World War II. What they would do is they would shut the lights down around Richmond, which is Byrd Airport, by the way. And you want to get into some conspiracy? Let's get into that. So Byrd Airport, or Richmond International now, would shut down, and they would turn the lights and all that on so it looked like the airport was 20 minutes away. And think about it now. If they did that, there's towns out there that they did a fake. There's fake towns all over the place.
Yeah.
Think about that. If you want to go down that road with Admiral Byrd, I'll be more than glad to go down that because it kind of pissed me off.
I mean, you got not only Union level, but you also have Pamplin. We went over to Pamplin. Now that one's not like up and leave town. That's just more of an abandoned town, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of like Powhatan.
Yeah, it's just kind of like abandoned. I don't know if it was looted. I don't know the history behind it.
I just want to give a quick prop out to Ray Savino. They're out there doing the Powhatan location. So if you can get you a tour or get on and check that out, get on with Ray Savino. Check out that tour. It's really good. And I know the locations he's doing. And it's really cool. And I can tell you the old town Powhatan has a shitload of activity. So check it out. I just want to give him mad props on that. Shameless plug.
There we go. Check them out, guys.
Yeah. Doug said Bedford long range radar station had stuff under it. I wouldn't be surprised, Doug. I really wouldn't. Now, my parents are from Bedford, so I just got into knowing my history here. So, I've been blessed to have this last year to do my travels and hooking up with Sean and Courtney and them helping me where to go and listening to Ronnie and where I can go to Peaks of Otter. So I'm just getting into all the unique little spots around here, Doug. But I'm loving connecting with history because my father is the son of a Bedford boy. So when you hear that, I'm not talking about World War II, it's World War I. But my father with World War II, for those who are in the history part, World War II was friends with a lot of the Bedford boys that went to World War II. And when I got to go to the D-Day Memorial, that was slightly overwhelming.
Yeah, the D-Day Memorial is cool. I like the realism at the D-Day Memorial. Yeah. That's pretty neat.
They have some pretty wild events there too.
Yeah.
I can't wait to check them out.
I like that spot when you get down by the water and it's like stage and you like that have the bullets hitting the water.
Wait. I just reread something Ronnie just said. This makes a lot of sense. Okay. Could someone have made them leave the night? Okay. You know what? There's a good possibility. And I'm going to explain why. We almost lost Chatham, Virginia. Do you know why? You know why the government wanted to take all of Chatham? And actually, we fought and we got it. Government can't come in. But do you know why?
I read this recently, and I can't remember, but I just recently read it. It was like a whole, like, legit war, like, between the townspeople.
Chatham is sitting on one of the largest uranium mines.
Nope. That's what it is.
Uranium mines that's on the East Coast. And the government wanted it. Now, what's there? Chatham Hall Girls' School and Hargrave Military Academy.
Yeah.
The townspeople and the military, everybody. Mad props to Daniel Bostic, Senator Bostic, to all my friends, Steve Tomlinson, and all you guys who fought to keep Chatham safe and what it is. It's a town has a lot of history. But going back to what Ronnie just said, that is a possibility. Could they have been made to leave that town because the government forced its public control into that situation? We don't know what took place there. Maybe the come in. Or what if they tested a biological there? Chemical.
I mean, but since before time, though, the government has made people leave in the middle of the night. Let's go all the way back to the 1860s. Troops would roll in, and if they happened upon your house, you and your family are out. It doesn't matter what, if they want to take it over, for their headquarters, get your shit and get out. Like, that's it. You didn't have an option. You couldn't grab all your belongings. You couldn't grab your family photos. You couldn't grab any of that. You had no time. You could grab your people and leave. Where you were going, it didn't matter to them. They didn't care. They didn't care if you had nowhere to go. They wanted your home. And the government came in and took it over. So,
going on
about? They would come over and that's it. And Ronnie, I don't know where the people went. I guess we would have to try to find people from like union level or find.
What if people were never there? What if nobody was ever there?
Well, okay. What if nobody was there? That's a good point. That's another good point. It was built as an examination or a fake town. We know that happens all the time too. Ronnie also said, where'd they go? Well, maybe they were turned into experiments. Our government sucks. They will do things to us that's intrusive. And I can back that up. We all can back that up. The Nazi Party was here in Virginia, proven fact, and given the right to a medical hospital to perform unhuman acts, given to the rights by the government, and he was a Nazi.
Hey, Donna.
So Dr. Desjardins was associated with the Nazi Party, and he was doing all the same stuff that the Nazi Party was doing over in Germany. Why not? So if they leave that town, if you go and listen to the tour, you'll find out that a lot of the townspeople were kidnapped to have experiments put on them, legally taken from their homes.
And guys that are still in here, I need to put in a quick plug really quick. The Doss House just dropped their final 2025 special for the end of the year. If you book one night between now and the end of the year at full price, you get, for your team, you get a free night of your choosing in 2026. A full 13-hour investigation for free in 2026. If you book a night between now and December 31st.
13-hour investigation.
So hop on it, guys. She's still got dates November and December.
What's the price of the Doss House again?
Doss House is $350 for 13-hour investigation.
Jesus Christ.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
You've got upstairs, the basement, the main level of the house,
the barbershop.
and the barbershop. So 4 different locations, very easily could fit a team of 6 in there.
8.
6 or 8. Very easily. A lot of history. There you go. She put it up there. 13 hours, 1 to 8 guests. Start time of your choice. Start time of your choice, guys. So if you want to arrive at 5 p.m., you can. 8 p.m., you can. It doesn't matter. Count 13 hours from the time you arrive.
Where's the Doss House?
Doss House is in Loretto, Pennsylvania. Yep. Highly recommend.
Doss House was a great investigation for us. Both times we did it.
Supernatural Untold Stories in the house.
We got old Chris Mendez from Supernatural. If y'all don't follow them, you need to go.
Yep.
But I said them. He was one-man operation.
But Doss House, highly recommended, guys. It's one of those locations that left you going,
Yeah.
So, and they said make a weekend out of it. Hit up the Old Stone Jail also. They also have open available dates.
And those of y'all who don't follow Supernatural Untold Stories, he just debuted on the Signal Network. So check out his content. He's got great content, by the way. I will say that I fall asleep during most paranormal investigation videos. I do. I will fall asleep or change the channel. Chris, I did not fall asleep watching. I even messaged him and told him that I don't watch people's content because I fall asleep.
story.
I didn't. That's a true story. Am I lying?
Nope.
I
we're
fall
not
asleep
lying.
during everybody's investigation videos. If you're offended by it, I'm sorry. But most
And sometimes
investigation
they're
videos,
podcasts too.
podcasts, I fall asleep on too. I fall asleep. Except mine. And that's because I got to be here. But I like talking to people. If I'm not talking to people, I fall asleep. But I will say, Chris's, I do not fall asleep. Beyond the badge, I don't fall asleep on. So go look at Supernatural Untold Stories. Check him out. He's a great video guy. He holds your attention. Super knowledgeable. I like investigating with him because our styles are very similar. Our beliefs in the paranormal are very similar. Not every spot on a picture is an orb. Great guy.
Michelle, I'm with you on that.
I'm with you on that too, Michelle.
I would rather watch shorts. I like shorts.
But if you watch Chris's video, Michelle, go look at some of his stuff, because I would say the way Chris's videos are, they're kind of like a long short. If that makes sense. It's like he'll show highlights of his investigation, and then he'll talk to you in between it. So it's
kind of like your videos, Sean. You do like the 3-minute docu-series type.
So Chris's videos are like that. They're not all people standing in a room and pointing out everything.
Yes.
He kind of highlights the key, talks through it. So I'm pretty entertained by his videos. But don't take my word for it. Go check it out for yourself.
Yep.
See what you think.
Here he goes.
Ronnie has admitted on several different occasions, and I've got it on tape.
I think publicly at his speaking engagement.
Publicly, in front of everybody. So, Ronnie, don't start tonight. So, Howie, let's talk some paranormal theory.
Let's talk. Bring it on.
We got
first, I need to acknowledge this first. Ronnie's right. He says a lot of Nazi ranks ran the states after the war. Yes, they did. And you won't know it.
I didn't see that comment. Oh, yep. There we go.
And it was part of Operation.
I didn't see that one. Sorry about that.
Yep. And they were a part of Operation Paperclip.
Operation Paperclip.
Roger that. So he's
I'll have to look into that.
Yep. All right.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't study a whole lot on World War I and II. I've always been a Revolutionary and Civil War historian.
It's spy shit. So you know I'm all of that. So it
is.
It's in the blood.
I've been more on the wars that built the country. When it got into more of the espionage and the spies and stuff like the nonsense wars, in my opinion, the stuff that we shouldn't have really been involved in. It really, I had a family that participated in those wars as well. My hat's off to those men and women, because I felt like, I feel like our government really starts sticking their nose, like our current wars that we're fighting, our government needs to stop. I'm not going to get political. I just feel like a lot of those wars, we need to be spending more time protecting our land, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we got war.
And this is coming from a veteran, y'all. So before anybody gets mad at me for saying that, coming from a guy.
Protect the border.
And before you get mad at me for saying that, how much time did you spend in our lovely military? All I'm going to say on that one.
Can't say a lot. I'm not going
Paranormal theory.
So, paranormal theory.
What is a paranormal theory?
What is paranormal theory?
Yeah, I would love to hear. I think that's awesome, Ronnie, by the way.
Well, tell Noah we're recruiting for a Civil War unit.
Yeah, come out.
There you go.
History. Ronnie, I appreciate you saying that. You're welcome, sir.
Amen, brother. Amen. Well, paranormal conspiracy theory is a blending of supernatural beliefs and ideas of secret plots claiming and hitting a knowledge about events, organizations, or even beings of light, such as extraterrestrials, demons, and secret cables, or what some are saying, cabals. Now, conspiracy and the paranormal can go in so many different ways. And go into extraterrestrial cover up, secret societies and control. You could be talking about demonics and the supernatural forces. It could be the psychics or the paranormal mobility. That's another conspiracy theory. Historical renovation, historical renovism. I can't even say that word. Revisionism. There we go. Oh, I got to read that real quick. Yeah, historical revisionism,
Revision.
reinterpreting historical events and myths through a paranormal lens, such as linking ancient aliens to the construction or monuments of viewing historical figures as supernatural beings. Yeah, that's a good point. So there's a lot of holes to dump through. Psychological and sociological factors that come in, patterns of perception, search of meaning, and correlation of others' beliefs. What direction do you want to go?
Well, I will publicly say this in front of everybody. There's a lot of investigators in here. There's a lot of people in here that will listen to me speak week to week on my theories, but I've learned a lot of mine from you. I give you those props everywhere I go. It's no secret that I kick a lot of ideas around with you as well. So what are your thoughts on, things that are going on in the field and the direction it's heading? What's your thoughts?
All right. It's good and bad. It's good and bad. I see it. All right. First of all, I got to say this because I just found out today, so I have to get it out there. I know a lot of people at the end of towards his life were like, oh, well, he did it to himself. True. But one of the pioneers in Virginia in the paranormal and a mentor of mine, Mike Sinclair, I just found out they had passed. He died from being hit by a car on 220 here in Roanoke at the beginning of the year, and I had no idea. And nobody said anything. That's sad because even though there was things, Ronnie, you know what I'm saying? There are people like Mike Sinclair that we should make sure that their knowledge is there. And that's what I told Sean. Go to YouTube. Go to Viper Paranormal on YouTube. You'll learn some shit. You'll learn it. Are we heading in the right direction? In some things we are, but I'm also seeing now that we are getting comfortable with the economic status of everything, people are starting to look at money again. Locations are starting to go back to the what about me thing and the, oh, I'm not going to survive. I got to do special things. I got to get money out there and use the shit out of people. And then when they succeed in their economic point of view, does it change? No, because they've used that trait to continue. Cool beans. That's good to hear. Thank you, Ronnie, for letting me know that. Really, thank you.
And they really did, by the way.
Good. Because
you're right. They really did.
I just thought about that. They did. Yeah.
I didn't know who they were talking about at first. So, yeah, now that he said that.
Okay. Yep.
I do remember that.
Phenomenal thoughts, along with Nick Farrar from VPI, old school people. And to lose Mike, some say we lost Mike before we lost Mike. I don't look at that. I know the knowledge he gave out. So I respect that, and I'm thankful. At least you guys are letting me know, and I appreciate that. We had his wife there. Mike was a great assist to the field. Mike was my mentor. There you go, Ronnie. Mike was one of my mentors too. I'm not gonna lie. Him and Chris Bellassoon, I learned a lot. I learned a lot from those two guys. Oh, I learned a shitload. So give props to Chris Bellassoon on that one. Back to that. I'm seeing a cycle take place right now. It started last year, maybe the beginning of this year, where I saw a cycle of 2013 and 2014 going into 2015, which is where it started really heavy. These cliques and groupings and the new generation, of course, is coming through with the second generation of the millennials, not the first, the second generation, and all the Gen Zs. All right. There's a lot to go there. going to locations, people are, again, they're using people. I see too much of that. I love the fact that there are groups and people that want to get back in and support each other. And I see an idea. I see an idea growing. Now I do see this. So this is a good, God, if this works and this seed works, awesome. There's people in this field now that want to collaborate their evidence and their research together to advance this field. It's about effing time. About effing time. 20 years a little late, but we still have that time. We have that chance. So collaborating, getting together, working, coming together as one big group and having a discussion like an alliance of being able to sit down with everybody. Now I say this all the time, and Rhonda hears me say it, the difference between a Paracon and an expo. Okay. Paracon is actually where they should be taking place because it's a convention. All these Paracons and people seeing, it should be called an expo because you're exposing this to the public. It's a little twist in words. However, I see this happen and it's really good. Yeah. Yeah. And unfortunately, that's the way it's been. But I'm seeing more people wanting to advance than before. So, I'm agreeing with Ronnie on that one. It is 50-50. And then we got to split it even more because we have paranormal research comparatively to paranormal entertainment. You got to split it down again. It is not the same. It is not the same.
But Sean had a good point about you were talking to somebody on the phone about
it's probably Howie or Ronnie or Chris.
about
I only talked to 3 people on the phone with paranormal.
About like some of the YouTube content and stuff like that. You were breaking it down and you said, take Ghost Adventures, for example, in the beginning, they came to them and they said, all right, look, we're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. You guys are here for a week, 2 weeks, and you have, 2 pieces of evidence. For that conversation you were having, elaborate.
So,
are we talking about this? Are we talking about the same people that got that were given, especially vans and vehicles?
Well, I guess so. Like with Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters, and people swear up and down by Taps and how authentic they are. But again, it's Hollywood. Taps. Those guys were faking evidence, like behind the scenes. Hollywood is not going to pay for you to travel, pay for your vehicles, pay for this, pay for that, pay for this on a real paranormal investigator. Not happening because you're going places for weeks at a time with a real investigation. You're not getting evidence the whole time. And so it's going to be boring. So you have to create evidence. It's not happening. And that's why they're forced to do things on camera. That's why they're forced to go days wearing the same clothes to make it look like they're on location, for one day when they're really there for a week or 2. That gets expensive. And then the amount of people watching the show, the ratings and all that stuff falls into place. So the entertainment side went to YouTube after that. A lot of these shows got canceled because the ratings weren't there. And then some of these shows got downright comical when every place became a demon. But then again, ratings. So if you go to YouTube and type in haunted location versus demon location, look at the amount of views.
Yeah.
So that's where it goes to entertainment, where Howie's coming in. Then you go to your researchers. There's very few people who actually is out here looking for research. A lot of the content, so to speak, that you look at when people are investigating, they're looking for the ghosts to do tricks for them. They're looking for a REM pod to go off so they can capture that on camera so they can post it and get views. They're looking for the EVP so people can capture it and get views. That's why we don't post a whole lot of evidence. And even when I post content, some of my captures are great. I have a lot of great captures. A lot of my content is for the location because I would like to see more locations get put on front, not us. So, and that's one thing I think a lot of paranormal investigators are lacking in this field, moving the field forward, are locations. But my problem with locations is, like you were getting ready to touch on, is the greed side of it. You know, and I'll say this publicly,
The
and I
delusion.
wasn't going to do it, but hopefully,
Here we go.
but you know, I wasn't going to say it, but Courtney and I have been really talking about not doing many events next year, not hosting as many. You know, we don't host a lot anyway, but just as fast as we got into hosting stuff, is just as fast as we're thinking about getting out of it, just because of some of the greed that we're starting to see that come with it. You know, we're trying to help people do things, and we're starting to see, you know, and I'm not going to point out any locations in particular, because some of the ones that we've worked with have been great. Some of the ones have been truly appreciative of what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
And, you know, I will publicly say our sole cause of what we do, I have my own business. I work for myself, you know, and God forbid if anything were to happen with that, I won't use paranormal to pay my bills. So I won't try to do that. However, my sole purpose for what I do with paranormal is to move the field forward and keep the paranormal field rolling, and to preserve history. That's my sole purpose, preserve history of location. That's why you won't see me hosting any events at any asylum. I won't host them at any murder house. I won't host them at any place that's got a cool history. I will host them at Civil War sites, Revolutionary War sites, places that a rich person is going to come in and turn into apartment complexes or bulldoze down for a strip mall. Those are places where I'm going to host my events. It'll never be at anywhere I don't think has any historical significance. That's why I host events. I don't host them for financial gain. That's me, though. There's teams that will come out here and host events for strictly financial gain, and will step on toes of other people to try to host for a financial gain. I think that's complete and utter bullshit.
Yep.
Problem is, we don't call those teams out. We don't hold those teams' feet to the fire. And I think that's something that we need to start doing in this field.
It was a good time when Doug.
What's your thoughts, Howie?
No, I agree with you. I completely agree with you. As we've talked, and I know you and I and Ronnie have talked about this too. I'm at a point where I'm going back into my little huddle, into my little cave. I don't want to be in the middle of everything. I've been a part of several locations, and these events can tell you I never asked for a penny. Preserving the history through the paranormal in Pennsylvania, never got a cent for what I did with the Rift Nation. At Williamsport, at the Pajama Factory, 3 years of that convention, never asked for a single thing. Didn't even ask for anything when we led the investigation that night. I'm going to say too, I'm pretty blessed. You know, I'm going to say this. I'm pretty blessed to be able to investigate some of the places that I have, because we've either been the first ones to do it or we've been a part of something magnificent. And I can rattle off places, but I'm thankful for that, because I only want to research, if possible, new places that haven't been touched, because that gives me my research grounds, not someplace that has made thousands of money year after year by people coming in and doing their research and doing the ghost hunting thing. So I prefer that. I feel that it's been a lot. Okay, shit. Let's just go there. I feel there's a lot of places that stab and suck the money out of people in the general public because they know they can get it. They know they're going to snap it just because of the adventure. I'm very frustrated with people and locations who take the money and run. Go ahead and take the money and run. Steve Miller, if you will. Yes, I'm sick of it, and I've seen it over and over again in this state and in other states. They take the money, they say they're going to use it for something else, and it doesn't. It either goes blow up their nose, smoked it through the cigarette, smoked it through something else, up their butt, or for their lifestyle.
But
Great day.
Hey, or their location. The money's not going where it should.
Goofy.
And why are we paying for it? Why are we
Right.
paying so much money? There's no way in hell, no reason why. None of this place is worth $700 a weekend. I don't give a damn. It is not worth $700 or more to investigate. I don't care where you're at. I don't care. I understand people have bills, but you know what? You get enough draw, you get all week, summer. So every day. You can have investigation every night. You do have an investigation every night and every day. Why do you want so much more money when you don't do anything with the damn money? Except for putting it in your pocket and walking on with it when you could do something greater for the field that you got yourself into. I'll leave it at that.
Hey, Andy.
Well, those other places aren't in it for the field; they're in it for the business side. Which I will say, I can respect that as well. Believe it or not, I can say I respect it if somebody says, with a business mind, they open up a location and say,
Hey, Carrie.
I don't know, I got this abandoned asylum. I'm going to make money off paranormal investigators to come in here and open it. The people in the field are the ones who fund that place, though. So if we as teams say, okay, they want $5,000 a investigation, let's get together and go ahead and support that location. That's our own fault for funding that. If they don't have any investigators or no investigations, or they don't have teams who can host an investigation there, that place will crumble. But so,
What about the places that are crumbling even they get the money, dude?
So,
Think about that.
the problem isn't the location. The problem is the people willing to pay for it. It's just like
I'll go with that.
these people who charge an arm and a leg for equipment. It ain't their fault that the equipment is expensive. It's our fault for paying for it as investigators. That's the problem.
It's just like entertainment.
Yeah.
They're big and they got egos because we made them that way. It's you're going to talk to somebody and get their photograph for $300 at a convention. But did you remember? You're the one that made it. You already put your money in. So why are that? Because they're doing that to get money for themselves, so they don't have to do anything.
That price will come down for that photograph at the convention if that line won't so long.
Damn, Skippy. Come back to her.
You're right. If you want to change stuff in this field, we have to be the ones to do it. The location is not going to change anything as long as they're getting funded. But the problem is we have people willing to do it and willing to pay it.
And you're right. But you know what? Ronnie's right, man. Read that.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
too
thankful.
soft, everything.
So Ronnie said, I'm thankful for people I met along the way. The reason I did the invitational dinner in 2023, there was an idea to network with other teams, a chance to experience St. Albans without the cost of a private.
Okay. So, Ronnie, you understand that, or rather, I shouldn't say it like that. Ronnie, you would agree that we would, if we could have a weekend where almost all the teams can get together and just have a convention and we learn from each other and we talk to each other and we communicate to each other just for investigators.
Almost like a networking event.
Yes. We've tried it twice and it's failed. The first time was here in the Shenandoah Valley. The second time was in Central Virginia. And the person who has sabotaged that, actually, he and I have talked and cleared things up. Will it happen again? I don't know, but it would be nice to actually have a place and we all get together and communicate and just drop it.
Like a paranormal conference.
Yes.
And who was hosting it?
I'll host it.
No, who was hosting it when it failed?
There was a president and a vice president in 2013 to 2015. And I do believe, Ronnie, ask Alan, because Alan and Debbie and Elaine all know. I'm not sure if Jessica Odell was a part of or not. I can't remember who the president was for the VPA. See, Ronnie says, we should. It doesn't matter.
Time, though, people need to understand that when you attend these conferences, that that ticket price isn't low.
Yeah.
So, like, if you go to attend, let's say I want to further my knowledge in, I don't know, farming or growing a garden, right? And I'm going to a convention, not a convention, a conference, full of agricultural geniuses. Okay, I'm easily paying $50 for a seat in that conference, and I'm listening to some of the top agricultural people in the country speak for a total of like 8 hours. You know, you've got different people, you know, and I think that that's where if I think that's where there's a break in the paranormal field. So let's say I put this conference together. Okay. I can easily put one together. That's what I'm good at. I'm an event planner. That's what I do. So I go, I plan this conference. It's going to be epic. I've got the best of the best speaking. You know what I'm saying? And I drop that ticket price. The comments are going to look like this. Oh, wow. Cool. What? $50 a ticket? That's highway robbery. What kind of bullshit is this? Who the hell is Hill City Paranormal? I'm not attending this shit. Like, it's just gonna get hate from the jump.
Oh yeah.
So it's like,
no matter what we do, it'll get hate because there's people out there that are going to always conflict.
But those same people pay $2,000 to investigate somewhere.
Thank you. That's where I was going with that.
Exactly.
That's where I was going with that. And that wraps all the way back to our previous show where everybody jumped down the Conjuring house, but yet the Conjuring house dropped those open dates and they sold out in 48 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So we can knock them for their $2,000 price all day long, but 200 people thought that $2,000 was phenomenal and they paid it.
Exactly.
So it's like,
that's why it's never going to drop.
I think it's great. I think a paranormal conference is a phenomenal idea because Sean and I pride ourselves, and I don't want to speak for you, so please correct me if I'm wrong, but I at least pride myself in learning from the next person.
Absolutely.
So, you know, if I listen to 5 people speak and each person speaks for an hour and I leave their you know, speaking engagement with one new idea, I gained knowledge at that point. And what is knowledge?
Just so you know,
knowledge is power.
Yeah.
And
I was just letting Ronnie know. Ronnie was acknowledging Debbie and Elaine. I'm just letting him know. Yeah, they're my sisters.
Emily.
They're my spiritual sisters, brother. SOS at one time, but Deb and Elaine, Debbie Alexander and Elaine and their crew, really, I'm tight with them. And I wish they were still in the field, but I understand why they're not. And they have a good reason why they're not. So I get it. So
people also don't understand that the cost of that ticket price includes pulling the best of the best speakers in there. You know, let's say I pull, I don't know, give me somebody who's super smart.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know who the best speakers are.
I don't know. Let's say I pull, I'm just saying, like a scientist in there, right? And he's coming from, I don't know, Michigan. He's got to travel, cover those expenses, and he's going to say, "Yeah, I'll come speak at your convention for $1,000."
$1,000.
You know, well, I'm just giving an example. So, you know, we could put on a convention. That's great. We have to offset that cost with the ticket price.
I agree.
A typical conference ticket price is $50.
This is my point. If we did this, if this ever happened, it should be Virginia. It's Virginia people. It's a Virginia conference. We, the teams, need to put this on. We can learn from each other.
So a local conference.
Huh?
So local.
If you want to call it local, yeah.
Keep it local.
Somewhere in Virginia.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, somewhere in Virginia. All of us, all the teams get together. They invite all the teams and say, we want to get together with you guys. Does anybody in your group want to speak for 30 minutes or an hour? Boom. And that one ticket is all of the people. What can we learn? Not the evidence, okay? I'm talking about what can we learn? Do they have a new evidence that we've never seen before? Great. But if they don't, bring something to the table.
Go ahead, Sean. Read the comment out loud.
Ronnie said we're planning on booking Lake Shawnee for a weekend and inviting everyone there for shut up to cook out, camp, investigate, mostly just to have everyone together and share.
Love it. I wish we could do it. I tried to do a paranormal camp weekend in 2018, 2019, actually at a free location that's up in Harrisonburg. We had hardly any hits, and that's really sad.
Ronnie,
People can really camp. This is a place.
Ronnie, at a campsite, I don't do nothing but sit in my chair. What do I do?
Smoke cigars and tobacco.
Ain't nothing wrong with that as long as we're learning and talking. Let's do it.
You know, but we just actually, guys, we really exactly. Emily is our official bougie Pop-Tart maker. We actually just attended something similar to this idea this past year, and that was the Para United Expo put on by Dark Hollow Paranormal.
They're great. Shout out Dark Hollow.
Yeah, they put on a phenomenal event. You know, they didn't call me and say, "Hey, we want you to come speak. You need to come out your pocket $200 if you want to speak at our event." They literally said, "We want you to come speak." We drove this 6 hours to go, 5-6 hours, and there were some phenomenal speakers there. Some location owners, some talking about psychic mediumship, some talking about paranormal 101, some talking about equipment, you know, things like that. They had their little displays up, and then the general public purchased a very low ticket price to come in and be able to be a part of that. And they, you know, they allowed you to investigate that night.
But if you get public coming in, that's going to be an expo.
So yeah, well, and that's what it was called, the Para United Expo, but it was similar. Yep. And it was successful. I think it was successful. 100% of the proceeds went to the Historical Foundation to try to save the theater.
A lot of unity going on.
You know, I think 2026, I think we're starting to, I'll put this out here. So everybody laughed at us when I started the hashtag Paraunity. Everybody laughed at me. Nobody believed in Paraunity. When I first started that hashtag on Facebook, okay, it had like, you know how when you go to hashtag something, it'll tell you how many times it's been posted? It had only been posted 9 times. I went and made a post yesterday, hashtagged it Paraunity, and it was posted 257,000 times. So in a 1-year time span, it went from 9 to 257,000. So this may be that breaking point that we've reached. All we can do right now as teams is lead by example.
Yeah.
Even Ronnie, who never believed in Paraunity, said, "You know what? I'm starting
Ronnie,
to
people we know
believe in it a little bit."
There's unity amongst like-minded individuals. That's a solid definition of that. But can I be at a conference? I'm going to use that word. Can I be at a conference with somebody I cannot stand? Yes, because I'm not there.
Absolutely. Okay. Because why? Because, yes, Ronnie. Because
how are we speaking at EnigmaCon?
We can do it. We can do it because we're 1A, the bigger person.
Yeah.
And 2B, we lead by example. That's the difference between a leader and a dictator.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
I think that, you know, I don't really have anybody
That's cool, Eddie.
Yet that I can think of off the top of my head. It might be in this field that I can't stand yet.
I don't think we have.
Not yet.
We don't have beef. If we got beef with somebody, y'all, I'm going to put my little 2 cents out there. If somebody got beef with us, please pick up the phone and call me.
They got beef with themselves.
If you don't have my phone number, you don't know me well enough to have beef with me.
Exactly.
True story.
And if you got beef with me, I really don't care.
Exactly.
Also a true story.
But if you got beef with somebody, just pick up the phone and call them and work that shit out. You ain't got no reason to carry grudges. We all grown here.
Yep.
But again, you know, my thing is in this field, just think of what we could accomplish if we all work together. You know, I think of everything that I've accomplished in a short amount of time in this field. Because I've been in it 20 years now, 20 long years, and there's people who've done it longer than me. But I think of what happened when I started talking to you, Howie, when I met Ronnie, started talking to Ronnie. And that's just two people that I talk to on a regular basis. And then I met Chris Mendez and started talking to him. Jesus Christ. Like, just think if I had more people like you guys that I talk to on a regular basis.
They're out there. They are out
Ronnie,
there.
we got nothing but love for you,
so
bro.
just think, that's just 3 people in this field that I talk to consistently. Y'all are the only 3 that I consistently speak to that I can think of off the top of my head. I mean, I've talked to a few more, but consistently, like on the phone, and actually hung out with in person. But just think if I had...
Sean likes my cooking, though.
But just think if I had... now I've talked to Unique Paranormal. I've spoken to them on the phone. Lost Souls. I hang out with them now. So just think if I had 10 people like you guys, what could we accomplish then at that point? And I learned from all you guys. Like, I'll be the first one to tell you. Some people say, God, you're so knowledgeable. You sound so smart. It's a combination of everything y'all told me. I'm just repeating stuff y'all say. Yeah. That's really all it is. And I'm man enough to sit here on a public podcast and tell everybody. It's not that I'm so smart. I just had a lot of great mentors and a lot of great people that I'm pulling bits and pieces of everything I've heard from. And then actually having to go out here and do it. I investigate a lot. You know, if I'm not out at an actual place, I'm out here. If I get a new piece of equipment, I immediately take it out and test it.
But imagine if everybody looked at each other as a mentor instead of competition.
That's another good. That's a man, Courtney. That's a great. I never even thought of that. That's a great point.
Imagine.
And instead of calling
all the people.
Yeah, call them your mentor. Yeah.
On the other side, that's been kind of the problem. A lot of investigators and creators only try to work on their brand, and some talk down about others. So we just stay in our lane. Look, Eddie and Jen, we're right there with you.
That's a great point too.
You know, obviously, at the end of the day, creators' sole focus is their brand. Okay, and that's just being real. But we can again mentor others along the way. I have listened to phone conversations just as a third party. You know, Sean is talking to you. He's talking to Ronnie. He's talking to Chris. All different subjects. So, you know, hey, Howie, I got this idea. You know, this happened on my investigation. I want to run it by you. Hey, Ronnie, I captured this. Can I send you something? Can you check it out? Give me your thoughts on it. Hey, Chris, you know, I just put together this video. I'm about to shoot it your direction. Can you, you know, give me some constructive criticism? And all along the way, I'm thinking to myself, wow, like not a lot of people are man enough, so to speak, to admit like, hey, I'm reaching out for help.
Yeah.
And we all need it. Everybody needs it. I don't care. You know, we do it every day at our jobs. So why can't we do it every day at our hobby? You know, if I don't know how to do something at work, I go to somebody that's been there longer than me and I say, hey, how do I do this?
Or I wish I had an applaud button right now.
Literal, like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah,
it doesn't. It makes zero sense.
Well, I wouldn't be able to do the content creating stuff if it weren't for Chris. Chris who inspired me to do that. You know, I don't give Chris Mendez enough credit, but you know, he's the one that told me about all that stuff and showed me how to do it. You yell at me every time I create a video.
Chop the hell out you on live.
Courtney abuses me every time I create a video.
We can all support and learn from one another. Chris and I feel blessed at the other teams and people we've met in our paranormal journey who we have learned from as well. Emily, well said.
I had a blast with them. I really,
Emily is a blast. Ronnie, that's a lie. Now Ronnie's lying.
Emily did scream this weekend when she was cooking. She was cooking them burgers. Emily holds the record now of the longest time it takes to cook a burger on the grill.
No, we were slow and tired and did not use our brains.
Don't nobody tired. Emily took like an hour to cook some burgers on the grill. And then she screamed because she almost burned it. Got caught on fire.
Yeah, exactly, Robert. I get abandoned on TikTok. You're abused, but I get abandoned. How can I abuse you when I'm not there?
I run so I don't get beat. Jeff
Yeah,
Martin.
there we go.
Oh yeah, Jeff.
We got
Let me tell you
the
something.
NASCAR driving Jeff Martin in the house. My brother from another mother, our company first sergeant. I don't even know how to hype him up any more than this. Except for he won't hang out with us.
Those burgers did hit the spot.
Them burgers were good, Emily.
Those burgers did
it
hit the
took you an
spot.
hour and a half to cook them, though.
Yeah,
Jeff, since Jeff's in here, Jeff, didn't Emily look like Lizzie Borden in that dress?
Eddie and Jen said one thing I always preach, that if we all can help and work together without tearing each other down, then the paranormal unity will fall in place. Each one lift one. I
Yes.
like that.
Well said, Eddie and Jen.
Each one lift one.
And shout out Eddie and Jen. They air Sunday nights,
Yep. Sunday
8
night,
p.m., I believe. Is it our time? 8 p.m.?
8 p.m. They are Central Standard Time. He is co-signing this, Emily.
Jeff is
Now
my brother.
Jeff is against us.
Jeff is my brother. NASCAR legend Jeff Martin in the house.
Oh, jeez.
Whatever, Jeff.
We love Jeff.
It's Jeff. All right.
My name's
Uh,
Jeff.
My name's Jeff.
But we're going to wrap this up tonight,
Yes.
y'all. Howie, we enjoyed you. I definitely enjoyed hearing the World War II stuff. As you know, I'm not a whole lot versed on that. My era is Rev and Civil.
Jeff, we got love for you.
I'll get
But
you
we love the conspiracy talk. We love the paranormal talk. As you can tell, we're well over. If y'all are still here, please go over to the freaking awesome paranormal show, which we'll be joining them next week for a 2-hour special.
Yes, our 2-hour spooky Halloween special.
Yeah, we've got a Halloween special Sunday night. We've got Michael Lashana. He's going to be bringing on some good stuff, so that's going to be a great show ourselves. Can't wait for that.
Very cool. Very cool.
We're going to have to do a part 2 with Howie, because Howie, we didn't even talk about our investigation together.
Oh man, we can make this anytime. I'll come hang anytime.
Yeah.
Good.
Howie and I investigated together about a week or two ago, and for some reason, when Howie and I investigate together, we seem to always get some
It's phenomenal.
weird
I like to use that word.
Thank you, Leah.
Yeah, whenever Howie and I investigate together, we get
Thanks,
stuff
Eddie.
that I will say that I'm gonna leave a cliffhanger.
Hold on.
Oh, where's he going?
Where'd he go?
He got real small on the screen.
Yeah, he went to the past or
Yeah,
something. Like,
he time traveled. Thanks, Ronnie.
yeah, appreciate it, y'all. Appreciate it. Howie, where'd he go?
There he is.
Oh,
His
he got
new
it.
toy.
He got his
Thanks,
new toy.
Em.
Yes.
You know what? I have a really weird feeling that Sarah is going to call my phone and the fire department is going to have to be notified.
Yeah.
I hope not.
I hope not either.
We'll do another show where Howie and I talk about our evidence.
She said better not.
It's the next G3, y'all.
That's probably going to be in a couple weeks.
But whenever Howie and I investigate, the last time Howie and I investigate, we did happen to get the apparition to pop up. We did get that, and
Colors.
we got all kind of crazy stuff. So next show, the next show, we're going to talk about our investigations.
It'll be titled All About the Colors.
Could be colors, nightmare priest. Oh, no.
Going back to the iced tea days, man.
I was definitely like going Gucci colors.
Oh no, this is iced tea. This is that movie with Sean Penn and I forgot the other guy.
Yep.
All right, guys. As always, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for everybody who stuck it out and tuned in tonight. We love you all, and we could not do this without you. Howie, thank you for joining us tonight. Y'all pop on over to the Rift Nation Network. Hop on the freaking awesome paranormal show. Send love from Hill City Paranormal and On the Other Side.
I'll see y'all over there.
Yep.
May birds should be yours.
My name's Courtney.
I'm Sean.
And we'll see you on the other side.